Bob's Breakfast with Norton Way Motors Letchworth.
Good morning, it's Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson and Chris Hubbard. We are the Mac Pack. Before we get going today, it's that time of year when we're all thinking about health. Let me just give you radio a complete physical. Okay. Oh, and just lean your radio back there. Let me put my hand under here. And cough. That's fine. I committed a crime against the environment yesterday, even though I tried not to.
But you're a lover. You love the world.
I like the world, and I don't think we should poo in our own nest, but thanks to a criminal element, computer nerds who make stuff that doesn't work, and a supermarket that doesn't care, I slipped up badly.
What happened?
Right, well, Julie's been working a lot of weekends, and she worked on Saturday, but she didn't work Sunday, and we got to Sunday afternoon, and I said, what have you still got to do? 'Cause she's catching up stuff. She said, I've still got to go to the supermarket. And I said, well, tell you what, I'll go.
That's nice.
We live near a supermarket, so it's not that big a deal to walk over and just get the things. We didn't have anything for tea. I mean, you know. Now, supermarket shopping on a Sunday afternoon is a bad idea, because the Christian radicals have decided that all supermarkets must shut at 4 o'clock, otherwise the world explodes. There's something in the Bible or something that says thou shalt not go to the supermarket on a Sunday afternoon after 4 o'clock. It's the Prevention of Sunday Trading Act. But anyway, because you've got that magic hour, that 3 till 4, when people are just in a mad frenzy. By the way, the people who don't want you shopping on a Sunday don't want you to do it because Sunday's supposed to be a day of rest. When you have to race round in 1 hour to get everything, that's just a day of stress, not a day of rest. It's the opposite. Yeah. It's backfired. But anyway, don't get me started on that. It's busy. That's all I need to say. Well, before I get there, now, I have a problem with supermarkets.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we should poo in our own nest. But the supermarkets insist on giving you those horrible plastic, non-biodegradable bags to take your shopping home in.
Yes, they do.
They won't give it to you in a biodegradable bag, some kind of paper bag, there's lots of biodegradable answers, but supermarkets insist on giving you the horrible plastic bags.
Mm-hmm.
But I also object to supermarkets saying it's my fault and telling me to bring my own bag then. That doesn't solve it. No. You give me the right kind of bag. Don't give the wrong bags out and then blame me and make me feel guilty and make me take it. So I don't take bags to the supermarket.
Right. So how do you carry it home?
I carry it home in the horrible ones and complain a lot.
Okay.
So anyway, I get to the front, I got showered and ready to go out, and I get to the front door, and Julie's left her canvas hippie bag by the door. And I said, well, I'm not taking that. No, you shouldn't be using because the turtles eat the things, which is all right. It's true. These bags are bad. They're bad for the environment, but I object to taking my own because that kind of says that the responsibility's mine. When it isn't mine, I have no choice at the supermarket. They should at least give you the choice. Do you want the good one or the bad? By making you take your own bag, that's blaming you. Well, you've got no control over what the supermarkets give out. Anyway, so I decided to take the hippie bag.
Good. I'm pleased with that.
Things did not go well. The first thing, when you get to the supermarket and I grabbed the basket. Julie told me to get a trolley, but I didn't want to get a trolley because I've got to carry it home. If I get a trolley, I'll have no idea what I'm dealing with. If I get one of the baskets, the plastic baskets, as I put the stuff in, I'll know when I'm done. Because I can't carry anymore. Yes. I kind of know. So I've got the basket. I've also got my phone, which has got the shopping list on it. Mm-hmm. And now I've got the hippie bag as well. Yeah. And the handle's not big enough to put it over my shoulder. So I'm juggling with this and I try to put it in the basket and that's no good because it fills up most of the basket and you put all the stuff on the top and then the bag's at the bottom and then what a nightmare. It's a nuisance.
It is, yeah.
The whole thing was, so I'm grumpy each thing and I'm like this stupid hippie bag. Oh, because the supermarkets don't have the right plastic bag. So I eventually get round and I got some heavy stuff. I've got bottles of Coca-Cola and milk and heavy stuff as well as the other stuff, whatever. So now I've got to get to the checkout. And of course, it's a frenzy now because it's got to close at 4 o'clock. Otherwise, Armageddon. So
everyone's panicking.
Yes. And then I see the other thing I don't like, but alright, I've got the hippie bag, I don't like that. The other thing I don't like is the self-service till thing.
They're great. They're really good.
Really?
Yes.
They don't like me.
No.
So, but there was an empty one there, and I thought, well, I haven't got that much stuff, I'll do that. So I get up to the robot, and it's placed the bag in the bagging area. So I put the hippie bag down. I have to say, I was relieved, because now I've not got the hippie bag.
Yes.
Good. So, first item was coffee. Swung it over the laser, nothing. Swung it over the laser again, nothing. Swung it over it again, 5 times, nothing. This is my first item.
Dear.
And I believe with those things, I honestly believe, if those things don't catch it after 3 swipes, you should get the item for free. That is the only way we're going to get through to the supermarkets, that we want better machines that actually work. But anyway, so I thought, to hell with it.
Oh no.
I put the coffee back in the basket, and I went looking for a till manned by a human being.
Okay.
So I walk along, and I see it. At the other end of the shop.
Yeah.
There's a woman just putting the spacer thing down on the conveyor belt, and there's this whole expanse of rubber. So I sprinted, and then I realized I'd left the hippie bag back at the robot.
Oh, no.
So now I'm at the other end of the shop. So I turned around, and I sprinted down, because I know someone's going to nick my space at the human being till if I'm not careful.
Yeah.
Sprinted down, got to the robot. Someone had nicked it.
The bag?
The hippie bag had gone.
Oh, no.
So I had to go back to the other one, and I had to use a stupid orange bag anyway.
Bob FM.
Bob FM, Uptown Funk, Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars. Kind of like that, you know. It reminds me of that. What was that thing? Was either very late 70s or early 80s, where you, on the dance floor, you did the rowing thing, and you did the, oh, you gotta do it if you really don't want to.
Oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head.
That's it. Yeah. Actually, he's nicked it.
Yeah.
It's the same
It
song.
sounds very similar.
It's oops, well done. Oops upside your head, oops upside your head, uptown funky. It's the same thing. He's nicked it.
Sampled
it's
it, hasn't he?
stolen. Not sampled it. He's stolen. Someone takes your stereo out your car. They're not sampling it. Got to get something off my chest. Coffee shops. Oh boy, do they annoy me.
But you love coffee.
I love coffee, and I love the experience of having somebody make me a nice cup of coffee. But coffee shops. First of all, the cups are all wrong.
They're the same though.
No, they're
Nice
not.
Coffee cup.
No, they're not. If you make me a coffee, it's in a mug.
Yeah.
It's in a mug. You go to a coffee shop, and most of them will give it to you in a thing that's pretty much a soup bowl with a tiny handle stuck on the side. I don't like those.
No.
It's way easier to spill it, and it goes cold quicker, and you can get one finger through. With a mug, you got a whole thing to grab hold of. You got a big handle to hold on to. No, I don't like the soup bowl. I do not want to drink coffee out of a soup bowl. And then the one that really annoys me. The toilets. I say toilets, that's being generous.
Right.
It's a toilet. You go to a coffee shop, there's one toilet for men and women and disabled people, and you go in there and there's literally one toilet in there. This from a company who sells a product that makes you pee. You go to a pub and the pub has a proper toilet.
Yes.
But a coffee shop, no. You have to go in. Women don't want to go in the thing as the same one as that. They're disgusting.
No, yeah, they're pretty sick.
And with the coffee, you can have it any way you want. And people get too carried away, don't they? They have a double decaf farty latte with a twist. They can have anything you want.
Skinny latte
Yes.
with a bit of almond.
Anything you want. Well, they should be open to other suggestions as well.
Okay.
I'd like to go up to the counter and I'd like to say a small Americano with an extra shot, leave room for milk, no soup bowl, more toilet bowls, please.
106 Bob FM.
Let's get the latest news now from Chris Hubbard.
A full bodysuit lie detector could be used in British police stations within the next few years.
You don't need a full suit, though. You only need the pants, because liars, the pants are on fire. If kindness truly is contagious, we need inspiration this morning. We want to know, what have you done that is a random act of kindness? Now, here's one that I'm not accepting, is the one where you wave a pedestrian to cross the road in front of you when you're driving.
That's nice, though.
That's not a random act of kindness. There's nothing random or kind about that. It's a horrible thing to do. It happened to me the other day. I'm walking along through Hitchin, and I'm walking along the top road there, opposite the church. I get to the junction, and I have to cross, and there's a car about to pull out, and they waved me across. And I hate that. 'Cause there's nothing kind of... You know what they're doing, don't you?
What?
They're lording it over you.
They're letting you cross.
No, they're not. What they're doing is they're going, you wanted me a peasant. Me, however, I am a lord here in my carriage. And I will permit you to cross, peasant. You may cross now. That's what they're doing.
What would you
That's what it's all about.
What would you rather they do?
Just carry on and I'll wait. Just carry on and I'll wait. But that's because that's what they're doing. And I know that's what they're doing, because if you go, no, and wave them through, they get really angry. Trust me.
Have you done that?
Yeah, they get like, they go, oh, because you've just changed the paradigm. Now you've gone, oh, no, you are not the lord letting me through as the peasant. I am now the lord of the manor, and I shall let you pass. So once you turn that round on them, they hate it. Let's get the latest news now from the very nicely turned out Chris Hubbard.
Chris, you're looking really smart today.
Really?
Job interview?
No,
It's
not that I'm aware of yet.
Since you've been shortlisted for these awards.
Oh, that'll be it.
You're dressing real dapper.
Now, Chris Hubbard is the most awarded broadcast journalist in the home counties.
In this building?
No, you won the, what's the name? The IRN Awards.
It was the IRN
How many of them we've got? I went to an award ceremony last year and you picked up another one. The news team from here picked up another one.
Yeah, we got silver last year for News Team of the Year.
Yes. Now, this is against the whole country. Britain.
Yeah.
This isn't just
Well,
like...
I'm not surprised. He's amazing.
Of course, we're not surprised.
Yeah.
We're not surprised, but the rest of the country are often shocked. You know, these people who have huge newsrooms and staff and all the rest of it don't realise that there is a home counties radio station, which on DAB now is the biggest... We are now the biggest local radio station in the UK. There is no other local radio station with a bigger listening area since DAB. Obviously, they're a national station, but we're the biggest local radio station in the country. People forget that because to them it's just Bob. you know, but people forget.
Bob.
Yeah, but not only that, we win awards for journalism,
it's amazing.
which, when you consider the amount of effort we put into fart jokes, it is amazing.
Thank God for Chris.
No, but we do it all. It's the full service. Yesterday, we brought you a survey result that said that 85% of people reckon that kindness is contagious. And everyone, I think it was like 95%, or near enough everyone, said that they want to be kinder in 2015 than they were in 2014.
Yes. That's a good motto to have,
Yes.
isn't it?
So we conducted an interesting social experiment yesterday. We said we'd like you to commit a random act of kindness and just see what happens. And maybe it'll cascade on to other random... So you've been reporting what you've been doing, and we did ours too. You helped a pregnant lady carry a sack.
Yeah, carry quite a few bags of feed, yeah.
Okay, right. So
heavy?
I nearly missed out on mine.
Oh?
Yeah. Now, I had a lot to do yesterday, and I was very tired when I got home, so I went for a nap. And Julie came home from work at about 4:30.
Yeah.
And woke me up. And I said, how was your day? And I went, random act of kindness. I haven't done one.
You forgot.
I did. And and it's dark now.
Oh.
Dark. But what am I going to do? And I couldn't think of anything. And then I had an idea. I know that we'd live not too far away from Hermitage Road in Hitchin.
Yes.
And there are bus stops on there. A lot of people who work in offices and shops in Hitchin, at the end of the day, around 5 o'clock, get the bus home. So I thought, right, I'll go and get them something nice. So I went to there's a Subway sandwich shop right by one of the bus stops on Hermitage Road in Hitchin.
Yeah.
So I went in there and I looked around and said, cookies. How much are the cookies? And they said, we can do you 12 cookies for £3.50.
Oh, amazing.
I thought, great. I'll get some cookies I'll give them out at the bus stop.
Oh, that's nice.
Random act of kindness.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
So he put them in.
I've just got visions of people going, they're tweeting, there's a nutter at the bus stop giving out a bunch of cookies.
Okay. So he said, which ones? I said, I don't know, just an assortment. So this is an assortment of cookies. And he put 3 bags of 4 cookies in each. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then I walk out there, there's only 2 people at the bus stop.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
There's still 2 people.
Yeah. So there was a bloke and there was a lady. Mm-hmm. So I walked up to the bloke first and this is what happened. Hi, how's it going? All right. Still? Yeah, good. Here, there's some cookies. What's your name?
Danny.
Danny. Enjoy the cookies.
Cheers.
All right, thank you. All right, what's your name?
Abby.
Abby. Where are you catching the bus to?
Luton.
Luton. Do you get this bus every night?
Yeah.
What kind of people do you meet at the bus stop?
I don't really talk to people.
You don't talk to people, why not?
I don't like people.
You don't like people? What's not to like about people?
Personality, opinions.
Would you like people a lot better if they kept their opinions to themselves
Yeah.
and they just did a nice random act of kindness?
Yeah.
Here's some cookies. I've just got them from Subway. They're fresh.
Thanks.
Take them. How's that? How's that make you feel?
Confusing.
It is confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're experimenting with random acts of kindness on Bob FM.
Hi.
So, enjoy the cookies.
Thanks.
All right. And say hello to Luton.
Hi, Luton.
Okay. Bye. See ya. Let's get the latest news now with Chris Hubbard.
An amazing story from New Zealand. 13 people have survived after the light aircraft they were in developed an apparent engine failure and plunged into a lake. But the 6 people on board were skydivers who managed to jump to safety.
Finally, a reason for skydiving.
Yeah.
Connie's on the phone. Where are you, Connie?
So I'm waiting for a bus at the moment.
Are you really? Where at?
Hertford Trees.
We've been asking people to commit random acts of kindness.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Have you committed one recently?
Not recently, no.
Is there anyone else at the bus stop?
Yes.
Who else is there?
Another lady that catches the bus.
Can you quickly put her on?
Yeah, hold
Okay,
on.
all right.
Hold on.
All right.
You're talking to Graham.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Oh, she seems keen.
okay. Hi, Graham.
Good morning, Graham Mack, Amy Stevenson. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. I'm waiting in the rain.
What's your name?
My name's Harriet.
Harriet. Where are you catching the bus to?
Oh, it's going to take me down to Hertford Town so I can get the train.
Okay. And how much is your bus fare going to be?
It's going to be £1.50.
Okay. Can you put Connie back on the phone?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello?
Connie?
Yeah.
How about you pay for Harriet's bus fare? It's £1.50.
Yeah, it's all right then.
Oh, you'll do that? Okay, when you get on the bus, I want you to say to Harriet, this trip's on me.
Okay, will do.
All right, that's good. Look at that. That's 2 random acts of kindness.
I want to hear you do it.
Well,
You want me here? Well, the bus is not here yet.
When's the bus due? How long?
Well, it's sometimes late.
Okay, all right.
I'll just tell Harriet that I'm paying her bus fare.
Okay, just do that for us, yeah.
All right, Harriet, I'm paying your bus fare. Thank you very much.
Well, look at that. So, all right. Can we
It's
check?
coming now. It's coming now.
Oh, the bus is coming now.
okay.
How far away is it? Is it close?
It's just coming to the bus stop now.
Is it coming? Are you about to get onto the bus?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's hear you actually commit this random act of kindness and pay for Harriet's ticket as well. Let's hear that.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Hold on.
Okay. So the bus.
Morning. Can I pay for Harriet's bus fare, please? Bob FM. This is the bus driver.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Right. So you're okay. You've paid Harriet's fare now.
Yeah.
You're all set.
Yes, we're off now.
Look at that! It's another random act of kindness on Bob FM.
Okay.
Patsy Kensit on Celebrity Big Brother. She was doing sit-ups in front of Katie
Hopkins.
She strained as she was doing a sit-up, and there was a toot.
Some people are quite mean about it on Twitter. And
Oh,
say,
are they?
Yeah, but actually it's just something that happens. It's quite normal. For some reason, we don't feel we can talk about it.
Well, we can this morning.
Yes, we can.
You can share your pain. It'll, it'll feel better. What's happened to you, Barbara?
When me and my husband had been married a couple of years, the kids were in bed, so I thought, I'll go upstairs, get changed into something a bit more slinky, which I did. Came down, walked in the living room, his eyes lit up, sat on his lap. There it came.
Oh, no! Morning, Jackie.
Morning. I can't do this anymore.
What?
You tell me to be nice and kind to people. It makes me want to punch them.
We're talking about random acts of kindness.
Oh, don't. You told me yesterday that I had to do it again yesterday, and I had to do it again the day before. And every time I try and do it, it's like reverse psychology.
Okay.
Someone says, I'm on a diet.
I know.
If I'm on a diet, I want to eat everything that's not nailed down.
Jackie, breathe.
So I
Take us through your attempted random act of kindness. What happened?
You would not believe it.
What happened?
Oh, God, it's really bad. I was going to work and it was tipping down with rain, and really tipping down with rain. And this poor lady was in a pink, those horrible cheap raincoats they have with hoods. I can't even remember are they called? Cagoules.
A cagoule.
You get them free at Disneyland, don't you?
Yes.
And she had a walking stick, and she looked really soaking wet.
Ah.
And I was driving towards her, and I thought, here you go, I'm going to do it. I'm going to
Random act of kindness.
This is my random act of kindness.
Yes.
She's probably only going to my local town. I'll pop her in the car. I'll
Yes.
give her a lift there.
Oh.
Be a little bit late for work, but I'll be okay.
Okay.
And then I looked to my left, and I looked at my cream leather seat, and I thought, I can't get you in there. I can't put you on my cream leather seat.
Oh, my goodness.
I put my foot down really quickly and drove, but I think I splashed her.
Oh, Jackie, you are a terrible person.
Not only, I couldn't do it.
Bob's Breakfast.
Let's get the latest news now with Chris Hubbard.
Soft skills. So things like communication, initiative, interacting with customers and teamwork need to be taken much more seriously as
Yes,
factors
they
for business
do.
success.
Just back up a sec. They've got a name for it now.
soft skills.
Right.
No, that is a true name. And
Is it?
Yes, it's something that not many people have.
And what are these? These are
These are communication skills,
Yes.
which means that you're a little bit nicer at how you communicate
These are
with people.
just basically
rather-
being normal has now got a buzzword.
It's because
Being normal.
so many people are so rude.
Are abnormal.
Yeah, rude. So instead of, you could have a manager or someone that comes over and says, that's not right, you're rubbish, you've done this wrong. That is not a soft skill. Soft skill is somebody that would be a little bit more gentle about it, would say, let's see, how can we work around this? What can I do to help you?
And wouldn't use buzzwords. Because a lot of managers who are useless, but they're really, really good at playing the game. They know how to, I'm talking about in the corporate environment. These people who know how to play the game. And they talk to you, and you look at in my experience, they say stuff, and you look at them going like, are you real or what? Because, they'll say things, and I go, yeah, well, we've got this all worked out, and this is what we're going to do. Yes, that's where I come in. I go, no, we don't need you. We're all set. We've got it. Don't worry about it. And
That's not a soft skill. We don't need you.
I'm saying to a manager, a region, all right, I'll give you I'll be a bit more precise then if this is a bit confusing, right? Let's say I was in a situation where I'm running a radio station for a company, and a regional manager flies in like a seagull, poos, and then leaves, right? The regional manager comes in and goes and starts questioning stuff that, is already on the air and stuff you're already doing. And I'm like, look, this is too late. If we had a meeting about this beforehand, but we're already doing it and it's working and everything's fine. We don't need you on this one. But we might need your help on this, for instance.
That's a soft skill you just used brilliantly.
And they'll go, that's not a soft skill, that's being normal. And then there's no skill, there's no training here for this. So then they'll go, no, and they'll concentrate on this thing that they can, and I'll go, why are you looking at this? And they'll go, I'll go, why do you, and they'll go, I'm here to give a helicopter view. That's what he said.
Okay,
Helicopter
moving on.
view?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, I was like, and I looked at him like,
world.
are you real? What the hell? A helicopter view?
Soft skills are also for not just for management though, they're for customer service. So there's somebody that maybe is a receptionist or at front of house or
Oh my
on
goodness!
a checkout.
There's a woman on a customer service desk in a supermarket, not too far away from where I live. She is absolutely abysmal, absolutely terrible. My only conclusion is that she can't be any use anywhere else in the supermarket, so they've stuck her behind this desk, just abusing people left, right, and centre every single day.
It is amazing how some people who are really bad at that do that for a job.
She's behind the desk of customer service.
She shouldn't be near the customer. She should be out the back somewhere.
This annoys me so much that Dean quite often gets annoyed with me because I can't help but say something. So I will say, you are so rude. Please don't speak to me like that. But on the other hand, if someone is really good, then I'll say, she's amazing, he's really good. Or I'll even tell their manager how great they are. But soft skills definitely need to be taught.
I don't think we should call it soft skills. I think we should just call it being normal. We shouldn't make out that it's an unusual thing that you have to learn. It's something you should just know.
It
to
is
be
completely
nice. Yeah,
teamwork.
that's true.
That's kind of part of being employed.
Yeah. Julie's had a terrible experience with a mobile phone supplier. She had a phone that was brand new. She was on a contract and it stopped working, so she sent it away. She got a voicemail from them saying, we can't find anything wrong with it. We're sending it back to you. And then she gets an email saying it's broken because of water damage. Hang on a minute. Is it, you just said, we've got a voicemail here that we'd kept. It said, anyway. Yeah. So she went into the shop and they wanted like 800 quid for her to get out of the contract.
What?
Yeah. So now she's got a broken phone that she's paying for. She's like a month into a 2-year deal. So I said, look, mine's due for an upgrade. I'll upgrade mine. You can have my old one. It's still a good phone, only 2 years old. So she needs to go and, because when hers was broken, she bought for 20 quid a phone that's rubbish. It just makes calls and texts. It doesn't do all the other bells and whistles. It has a bigger SIM card. So she needed to get the SIM card to a smaller one to go in my old phone, which takes a little micro SIM card. She goes down to the shop and she says, yeah, I want to change this over. They said, oh no, your husband has to come in. She's like, no, excuse me. She's already been through all this, that she's paying for a phone that doesn't work, that they say is water damage, which isn't. It isn't water damage. There's no way. But anyway, so she goes, no. They go, we can't do it. She says, look, I'll ring them up now. And so she's in the shop ringing their thing to get them to do, because she knows they can do it without me being there. Yeah. They can do it over the phone. So she stood in the shop while she's ringing up the helpline to get the smaller SIM card sent to her. He throws the SIM, because it's on like a credit card. It's attached to he throws it across the counter to her.
I'd be going
that is just...
I would go mental with that.
Yeah. And that's local too. It's shocking.
It is really bad. I can't believe that I would be writing a letter.
I know.
And going crazy
but the thing is, what I'm getting is, by giving this a definition and saying people need training to learn this will make the problem worse. Because we've accepted and we've kind of made out, we shouldn't accept that this is normal and that you need training to learn how to do an unusual skill. I'm saying this is a mistake. So what's the actual story is?
The fact that they need to be taken more seriously as factors for business success. And if people just had these things like common sense, for example.
It's uncommon. It shouldn't be called common sense. It's very uncommon.
It's worth £88 billion to the economy.
Yeah.
Because you are more likely to do business with these people.
It's to give it as the only business I really understand, which is radio. To give it an example, this is what they don't understand. If you look at a radio station and you say, what's a radio station worth? And, I won't pick an actual radio station. We might take a radio station it might be worth £2 million. That's reasonable for a local radio station to be worth about £2 million. If you look at what they own, do they own their own building? Well, no, they rent it. How much is the equipment worth? Oh, I don't know. Maybe £100,000 would cover all the equipment in a local radio station, and maybe the transmitter. You might be able to find about 500,000, maybe 600,000 pounds worth of assets in that business.
Yeah.
So how's that radio station worth £2 million? Because the rest of it is goodwill. And in any business, if you look at the tangible assets based on what the business would be worth to sell, the goodwill is what most of what you've got in any business. And when you get people who are being rude to customers, You're destroying that goodwill. You're actually destroying the most valuable thing in the business. They might get fired for stealing a piece of equipment from the building, some stationery or something. They might say they stole a pen, or even get fired for stealing a pen, I wouldn't have thought. But if you stole a computer from a business that's worth £400, £600, you'd get fired. Yet they're flushing the goodwill, which is worth far more than that, and they're allowed to do that. That's something but calling it soft skills is not helping. What I'm saying is, yes.
The goodwill is because then the customers will come back, and that's where the profit
that's where
comes
that's where the value of the business. Most of the value of the business is in the goodwill.
The point is, there are, whatever you call it, whether you call it just being nice, whether you call it normal, whether you call it soft skills. The point is, everyone's rude and no one's nice anymore.
That's right.
So for businesses to be successful, they need to start doing something to make these people nice.
And they need to take the people who are not good with people away from dealing with people.
Yes.
And put them out the back somewhere.
Doctors' surgeries, receptionists.
Doctors' receptionists. But it could be the Peter Principle at work, which is another great thing. You heard of this? The Peter Principle is a very old thing. What it is, the Peter Principle states something along the lines of, people will get promoted to the level of their own incompetence. And what it basically means is, if you start in a job, okay, and you're really good at that job. Let's say you work in a storeroom and you start sweeping the floor. If you're really good sweeping the floor, you might get promoted to working on the counter at the store. And if you're really good on the counter, you might get promoted to being in charge of stock. And you'll keep getting promoted while you're good at that job until you get to a job you're not very good at, and then you'll stop getting promoted. So you actually rise to the level of your own incompetence. If you were listening on Friday, you would have heard Connie call up. She called from the bus stop, and I said to her, find a stranger at the bus stop and pay their bus fare. And she found Harriet. Yeah. And she paid Harriet's bus fare, and we heard them get on the bus. And it was nice. It was a real random act of kindness. Yeah. But turns out things went horribly wrong. Connie's back on the phone. So tell us what happened after the bus set off.
As the bus went out of the village, there'd been an accident, and so we was at a standstill. So half of us thought, oh, well, perhaps the driver will let us off and we'll start walking.
Yeah.
By the time I got down to the roundabout, the bus passed us.
No! They didn't pick you up!
You did a random act of kindness by paying a stranger's bus fare on that very bus trip. You got off the bus because you thought it'd be quicker and the bus driver drove right past you!
You couldn't stop. He just couldn't stop.
I'm sorry, buddy. God.
Well, that was all right. That was my fault, because we should have stayed on.
Well, no, it was his fault.
He should have picked you back up.
That was a random act of unkindness.
Well,
no. I am so disappointed. Because kindness is supposed to be contagious. Karma is supposed to kick in and help here. Goodness me, there's been a glitch in the Matrix.
Turn your knob to Bob.
I have opened a can of worms I didn't want to open. I hoped we would never talk about this on the radio. But now it's out there, I'm going to address it. Let me just get it all out the way, and then we can laugh nervously and move on.
Okay.
I mentioned that parts of Italy are not as advanced as parts of Britain. This is from personal experience. I've been to Italy many times, and in some of the rural areas, they don't know a toilet from a hole in the ground. They have a porcelain hole in the ground, which for blokes is not that much of a big deal, because let's face it, because we are anatomically equipped. The world is our urinal.
You can aim and shoot.
Yes. Not so for women.
No, it's tricky.
Now, Julie and I are planning a trip, and we're planning a trip to southern Italy. We're going to Naples, because I've always wanted to see Pompeii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
And Pompeii and Vesuvius. And we've booked day trips while we're there to go out. We're going to stay in Naples, but we've booked day trips to Pompeii and Vesuvius. Previously, when we've been to Italy, we've had this porcelain hole in the ground toilet issue. Even in places like in the San Siro Stadium in Milan, where you'd think they'd have a proper toilet. No, they don't. And in ski resorts, no. So we are definitely going to run into one of these toilets. Julie is not keen on this at all. So I mistakenly, half joking, said to her, well, you could always get a Shewee. In case you don't know what these are a feminine adapter that women.
I don't think you even need to explain what it is. I
just
think it
somebody
makes perfect
somebody
sense.
might not know what it is.
They're
It's a
basically
plastic
funnel.
It's a plastic thing that it's designed for women who are at concerts so they can use urinals.
The original, not urinals, they originally came out for festivals because the ladies' toilets were always completely stacked.
Yes.
The guys' were always empty. It was annoying. They just need to nip behind a fence.
Yes.
And have a little pot.
Yes.
And so somebody came up with this crazy idea of the Shewee.
Device. Yes. Well, she sent off for one. It arrived yesterday. It comes in a case like a glasses case.
Right.
You don't want to get them confused.
No. But you don't ever go anywhere that you would possibly need a Shewee.
I don't, no. But this southern Italy,
So
there's
you
a
have no
good
choice.
chance. And that she thinks this is the solution. So she's got it now. She's tweeted to you about it, hasn't she?
It's quite a good idea. I did see a photo. I wasn't sure if she was joking at the time, but clearly not. So I've just sent her a message. She's just sent me a message back saying she told you she's going to practice in the shower.
And I've said, never use it at home when I'm at home. The thing I don't like about it, I mean, it's about probably 6 inches long. There's an extension piece to make it about 1.5 feet long. How's that supposed to make me feel? This makes me completely inadequate. So I'm uncomfortable with the whole thing. Now, my biggest fear, with the weather the way it is, I just hope it doesn't snow today.
Why?
Well, I don't want to get home and outside the flat there's a signature. Graham Mack, Amy Stevenson and Chris Hubbard. We are the Mac Pack.
As a student over in America, he pretended to be a doctor for a whole month. We don't know whether he actually spoke to patients or hopefully he didn't do anything to patients. The hospital said he didn't go anywhere near them, but they can't guarantee that. He was walking around as a doctor for a whole month. Crazy.
I think if he had been near you, would you want to admit, that you were fooled by the non-doctor?
Yes,
if you turned,
because I trust him. He's a doctor.
Faced the wall and coughed, would you want people to know that had happened with a non-doctor?
Yes. I would.
You'd want people to know.
I'd want people to know.
I'd be kind of embarrassed. I would
because I'd want him to be done for it.
That's
even sicker than just pretending to be a
people
doctor.
weren't more suspicious. Especially if he did the turn to the wall and cough, and then he said, "My turn." Graham Mack, Amy Stevenson, Chris Hubbard, the Mac Pack, and this morning we're talking about awkward situations. A chart has come out of the most awkward situations you can find yourself in on a plane.
Number one was actually someone falling asleep on another person.
Yeah.
On a stranger.
And they're not even mentioning drooling.
No.
It's fraught with danger, any kind of public transport. Any time you put a load of strangers together in any kind of metallic tube, you're going to have problems. I know you're not a great flyer.
Oh, I'm awful at flying. But I'd be really good, actually, with you because I just wouldn't talk.
Yeah, I like that.
So from the moment I go into the airport, I'm ready to board, I stop speaking no matter how long the flight is, unless the only thing I'd say is that normal? Is that noise normal? Is there anything to worry about? And then I look at the stewardesses and the stewards, and if they're not scared, then I'm fine.
So you're scanning them for fear. You're trying to sense fear.
Yeah.
In the flight attendants.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that know.
I think it's good that you're quiet because sometimes, you get on a plane and if I'm flying alone and I sit next to someone and all of a sudden they want a conversation. And some people, when they get into any kind of a recliner, they just think they're in therapy. And they want to tell you about their whole life and their goals and just goes on and on and on. Which is why whenever I travel by train, I travel in the quiet coach. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, not everybody in the quiet coach can read. And the two words they have the most trouble with, quiet and coach.
It's true.
You'll be in there, and I was in one once, I'm sure it was noisier than a regular coach. There were people on the phone, I'm on the train! Yeah, no! And this is in the quiet coach. You're not allowed to use mobile phones in the quiet coach. And this is going to sound sexist, but trust me, from experience of travelling alone in the quiet coach a lot, 2 women cannot sit together and not speak. A woman travelling on her own can be quiet. 2 blokes travelling together can sit there in silence, just read the paper. But 2 women, even 2 strangers, sat together will have to talk to each other. They cannot help themselves. I've been in the quiet coach. I'm not proud of this. I've been in the quiet coach and it's been noisy and I've done the move. I've gone, quiet coach! I've done it.
What, did they all look round? What happened?
Yes, there's an awkward silence for a minute. And then it gradually builds up again and goes back to the level it was at. And the thing is, there's no penalty. It's not policed. It's not policed. You should be fined. If you, in a no smoking coach, which they all are nowadays, if you were to smoke, you would be fined. In the silent coach, you should be fined for talking. If you say anything, you should have a £50 fine on the spot. If I was the guard on the train and walked through the quiet coach, you know the sticker that's on the window that says quiet coach?
Yes.
I would have a big roll of those stickers. And anyone that was talking, I'd stick the sticker on their mouth. Those stickers are in the wrong place. You put the sticker on the window, doesn't make them quiet. You put the sticker over the mouth, that would shut them up.
This is Bob.
Amy, you're about to drop another bomb.
My sad news is that Dean and I are no longer.
So what happened?
I think, it's not like we had a major argument or anything. It was just that he just said maybe it was better if we were friends.
Now
Which
this
is okay.
This is beyond awkward. just back up for anyone who missed the meeting story. You met him because he's your landlord.
Yeah. I met him because I needed somewhere to live. I moved here to work at Bob. I needed somewhere to live.
Yes.
Met a few crazy people and found his place, and it was perfect. It was just down the road from work. He was really nice. It was a perfect location and we got on really well. The difference is it was 2 months, from when I accepted the house.
Now when so he's got this house and he was going to rent a room out. You were the lodger.
I was a lodger, yeah.
So he shows you the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something must have happened then for it to move on to DEFCON 4.
Yeah, we started dating. And from the dating, we then spent 2 months dating before I moved in. And actually, to be fair, you could say it was really highly pressured and really intense, but I did have that thought in my head, should I move in or should I not? Should I move somewhere else and just date him?
Because now you're dating, you're an item.
Yeah.
And you're about to move in.
Yeah.
Well, then there's going to be a grey area is like, what are the sleeping arrangements?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I've never lived with a boyfriend before. That's a major issue for me. I've lived with loads of people, but never like that. So it was quite scary. So I made the decision, I'm nearly 30, I need to just get on with it, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that was my attitude.
So hang on, so then you go to move in on moving in day.
Yeah.
Do you move into this room that you've rented?
Well, I moved all my stuff into the room, and then and then he said that this was kind of like my dressing room, and I'd actually stay in his room. So
who is he, James Bond? That's quite a move. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. And I think it's a shame it didn't work out. So what's the arrangement now?
I am back in my room, which is the extra spare room.
Right.
We're still living together.
Yes.
Basically, we've done everything backwards.
Still living, yes.
So instead of becoming friends and then being roommates and then ending up dating and then being happy.
Yes.
We've gone from having a relationship and living together to living together with friends to roommates.
Who dumped who?
Oh, he dumped me. Yeah.
So you got kicked out of his room?
Yes, I did, into the room next door. To be fair though, this has to be... I'm glad you find it so funny.
Well, it's an interesting situation that you find yourself in.
It is.
I mean, this is a sitcom. This is a sitcom waiting to happen.
It has to be one of the best breakups I've had.
Right.
I have to be honest.
Well, it would have to be.
We still have dinner together.
You still have quiet dinners together.
We still...
Very, very quiet evenings at home. Very quiet evenings at home, I'm guessing.
It is the weirdest situation.
Yes.
I've been in. To be fair, we've actually got on better since we split up.
Really?
When we were together, yeah. We get on really well. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
But no, wait a second. This could get awkward.
Well,
because he's a single bloke.
yes.
He has a house and a room. What's gonna happen when he brings someone home?
He won't be doing that.
Well, what do you mean he won't be? It's his house.
He won't do that.
He's a bloke.
He won't.
He's
do
a single bloke.
that. Yeah, but
How do you know what's he gonna do? Where's he gonna go? He's not gonna go to a motel. He's not gonna go to the no-tell motel when he's got a perfectly good room at his home that he's paying for.
I don't want to think of that. I don't think he'd bring someone home.
I think you need to get real. I think you need to prepare yourself. Do you have earplugs?
No, I don't need earplugs.
Well, what are you going to do if, the headboard's hitting the thing?
He's not going to be doing
that.
But
you hear that going on?
No way.
How do you know that that he's not going to do? You've no control over him now. He's a free agent. You've lost girlfriend rights. Girlfriend rights, you can lay down you've lost all of that control. He can do whatever he likes. And if he picks up a cheeky babe in a nightclub and they come back and who knows what you might stumble on in one of the other rooms, in one of the neutral areas of the house.
No way, he won't be doing that. It's too
Who knows?
early.
You could get up early in the morning to come to work here. What time do you get up in the morning?
About 3:30.
3:30 in the morning. You could go into the kitchen to get a bowl of cereal and you could bump into somebody
No
and they're
way.
just getting a glass of water.
I wouldn't deal with
and
that
might be, I know you would, but what I'm saying is
If that
you need to
happened, I think I'd
prepare
go
yourself.
crazy.
Yes, you need to prepare yourself. This could happen.
I don't think
Now, I know you have way too much respect for him,
Yeah.
for you to be bringing people there, but it's his house. He's got total house rights.
Well, what am I going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do.
Because I feel safe living there. So that's what's great, is I like him and we still get on. And I really like living there. Can't he just not date anyone? That would be good.
You can't have it all. Have you had this discussion with him?
No.
You don't know.
How does it happen? Why does it happen to me? I don't get it. It's just the most bizarre situation I ever thought I'd find myself in.
Yes.
And whenever I talk to people about it, they're like, "Oh, you're still living together?" Like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, I really like living there. It would be great if he could find somewhere else to live, but it's his house, so he can't do that. So we're just gonna keep going until it becomes awkward.
You need boundaries of some kind, you know.
Yeah.
He needs to hang a sign on his bedroom door that says something like, if the headboard is a rockin', don't come knocking. Let's get the latest news now with Chris Hubbard.
A fake bank, which was set up to look just like a real one, has swindled Chinese savers out of around £21 million, it's been reported.
It was an exact replica of the real bank.
Yeah. I mean, one guy went in there, handed over £1.3 million.
I heard that he became suspicious when he noticed that all the windows had human beings behind them instead of next window please signs. It's Graham Mack, Chris Hubbard and Amy Stevenson. We are the Mac Pack here. Amy, you have some major issues, the basics of life, food and shelter. Shelter could be a bit of a problem.
I think it's time for me to find somewhere else to live. Yeah. Trying to find somewhere is really, really tough.
Just back up a second. The reason for this is because of your unusual arrangement up until this point.
Yes, yeah.
You were knocking off the landlord.
No, it's not really like that.
Okay.
We were in a
Just take us through it. What happened?
Okay. So I moved here for the job
Yes.
at Bob and needed somewhere to live and found this amazing place. It was perfect and really liked the owner. And it's 2 months from when I said I'd take the house to when I moved in and we started dating.
Uh-huh.
So still moved in, everything was going well. And then a couple of weeks ago, we ended the relationship.
Broke up?
Yeah, broke up.
So he kicked you out of his room, but you still live in a different room in the same house.
I live in the spare room. Well,
It's like a sitcom.
I know. It's just like my
It's a
life.
premise for a
is
sitcom.
Yes, it is. So I thought it would be okay, and I'd carry on living there, and everything would be fine.
You
But
thought
Yeah.
it would be okay.
yeah,
And you still have meals together?
yeah, we still have meals together.
Thought it would be okay.
It is okay. But
Has anyone sat there over dinner and gone, well, this is awkward, isn't it? Has anyone said that?
No.
That is the elephant in the room.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly it. It is an elephant in the room. We don't really talk about it. Talk about the fact that we're not together or... it is very bizarre. But we do still get on really well, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, you've made me realise that it's probably not the wisest thing to stay living there. Because at some point he is going to get another girlfriend, and I'm hoping at some point I might maybe find someone else, and then it would be really awkward.
Well, that would be the second season of the sitcom, is when you start dating someone, he starts dating someone, and then it becomes like one of those, like a farce. Whereas like he's in the one room and he's out, and she's trying to use the bathroom when your boyfriend wants to get in the bathroom. We've got to get out before his girlfriend gets in the bathroom and gets out. It's just one of those, like a Faulty Towers sketch. People running around, and it wouldn't work.
No. And it wouldn't work because I wouldn't deal with that very well.
I'm no relationship expert, but I can't see that working well. Even, if, you want to come back to my place. Yeah. Who's he? Oh, he's the landlord. Oh, okay, right. Yeah. He seems pretty well, we used to have a thing. What?
No, you make it sound so weird.
Well, it is weird, and
Well,
it could
it's
get
not.
weirder if you don't fix it up.
It's not that weird. You've got two people that get on really well that thought they could be together, and, things change.
But you're still together.
But we are still together, yeah.
So you got to move on. Moving on
I
out.
think that's what it's about. It is
Right.
about moving on. And,
Yes.
I'm hoping that we can still stay friends, which would be great. We've both agreed that that's what we want.
Yes.
But I think we have more of a chance of staying friends if we don't live together.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at, trying to find somewhere else. There's nothing.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's so tough. Really tough trying to find somewhere nice to live, yeah. There are loads of crazy people out there.
Okay, well, if someone listening has a spare room... And Bob FM giving you the chance to win the ultimate prize. Amy Stevenson is our prize this morning. You call number 9 on 01438 422 106.
This is Bob.
Hey, do you know there's been an earthquake in the UK?
Where?
Winchester had a 2.9 on the Richter scale.
No way.
Yeah,
A
6:30
real
last
one?
night. Yeah, an earth... they're saying an earth tremor.
Did they feel it? When?
Yeah,
How?
the carnage included rattled glasses. And one bloke who said the whole bed shook. That's what he said.
I can't deal with it.
Well, we need a better early warning system. I suppose a good one in Winchester for an earthquake. Topless waitresses? They'd know first, wouldn't they? They go, oh, they've never done that before. Amy, in an unusual situation, she moved into a place and the landlord was her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. You've now broken up and you still live there.
Yeah.
You've got to move out. Have you been looking for places?
I have. It's a situation I never really thought... I'm a bit of a planner. I never thought I'd be in this situation of where I'm kind of looking for somewhere else to live. But we have broken up and we think maybe it's best. So I've been looking.
Because the thing is, he doesn't want a psycho girlfriend. He probably wants you to distance yourself from the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because it's just awkward.
Yeah. I probably am becoming a bit of a psycho. It's really hard living in a situation like that.
I'm sure it
Normally
is.
you break up and you...
Yeah.
I'm the sort of person that has the cut and then that's it.
Yes.
But I don't...
Rip it off like a plaster.
It is like a
Yes.
plaster, yeah.
But you're just eking it out here.
Not on purpose. It's just you get on with life.
You've been looking for places, though. What have you
yes,
found?
I have. So I found a few. I've thought about sharing rooms.
Yes.
Maybe not sharing rooms, sharing flats and houses. But then I thought maybe I could live by myself. So I found this beautiful place. It's perfect. It's not far from work. Really nice, lovely area. Overlooks fields. Absolutely gorgeous.
Sounds
then I
perfect.
Looked at the location.
Uh-huh.
It's opposite Dean's house. So I think it might be a little bit. That might be a little bit close.
So
It's
he
just so
thinks,
perfect.
that's it. She's left. It's a clean break. Everything's fine. And then he looks up and who's that with the telescope in the window there? That looks like a no!
Hi, it's Graham Mack. back to the podcast in just a sec. If you're enjoying it, tell your friends, share it, and link it on Facebook and Twitter.
Sally's on the phone. We're talking about awkward situations. What's this one you found yourself in, Sally?
In Fortaventura on
Yes.
the beach.
Yes.
And I said, oh, look, they're all flying kites up there, like all these different kites we could see. I said, let's have a wander up there and have a look.
Uh-huh.
So we wandered along the beach for a little while, and then all of a sudden, I said, that man just came out to see with no clothes on. And when we looked, they were all nude.
Oh,
It
you were
was
a
a
nudist
nudist
beach.
beach.
And they were all flying kites, nude.
Oh. Well, each to their own.
I know.
Of all the things you could do naked, flying a kite?
I know.
How is it better in the nude? I can kind of understand people who want to go swimming in the nude. Maybe there's a certain freedom in that. Maybe. I get
They
that.
were all like OAPs.
Oh, they always are.
Oh.
They always are. Yes.
Just dingle dangle and
Oh!
But if you're an
Oh.
OAP, they must get to the stage where they just don't care anymore.
Well,
yes.
You know what? I'm
But-
going to run around naked and you can't do anything
But
about
the
it.
thing
Oh,
that doesn't
it-
make
it-
sense is like swimming in the nude, maybe there's a freedom there. But how is flying a kite enhanced by being naked? I mean, I would have thought there's a danger there because that string's pretty thin, it's pretty tight. If that whips past the wrong area...
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
I don't know. Oh, so what did you do?
Just sort of went,
Don't look down.
I think we'll turn around and go back.
Yes. Good. You didn't fancy joining them?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, all right.
I can't be doing that.
All right, okay. Thank you very much, Sally.
Okay.
106 Bob FM.
Where did she say she was again?
Fuerteventura.
Why do people do that? You ask them where you go on holiday and they go, and I go, where's that? And they go, Turkey. And I go, look, I know Istanbul, I know Ankara, I don't know, and they go, where you going? And then they go, we're going to, and I go, where's that? And they go, Greece. I know Athens. I don't know these little tiny resorts. I don't know what country, why don't people just say what country they're going to? What's that other one? Portable Moose. Where's that?
Puerto Banús.
Right, where's that?
Spain.
Well, why don't they say I'm going to Spain? I don't want to know the exact resort and which hotel.
Bob's Breakfast.
If you've been following this show, you know that Amy's life is basically a sitcom.
Is a car crash?
Amy is a character in a sitcom, and in this sitcom, Amy moved to Hertfordshire, and she found somewhere to rent, and then started a relationship with the landlord before they moved in. So then you moved in, and now the landlord is your boyfriend. You're an item. But then that didn't work out. How long were we into the relationship?
We were together about 6 months.
You and Dean together 6 months, and then you've broken up.
We're broken up now. Yeah.
And now in the sitcom, you live with your boyfriend, but you're not a couple. That's
And I
quite
live with
the
my-
premise
yeah.
for a sitcom.
Yes, I'm in this other room.
Yes. So now we're looking at getting you out of this sitcom and getting you into a different sitcom. A spin-off show. The same character,
Yeah.
just in a different situation.
Different environment.
For the comedy.
Yeah.
You're looking for somewhere to live.
Yes.
Okay. How's that going?
I'm not, it's really hard. Really hard trying to find somewhere. Because this place was so perfect for me originally that trying to find somewhere else is
It's
never
in a great
going to
location. It's only down the road.
It's perfect. It's down the road. It's close to everything that I need it to. I feel safe there. My issue is safety. I really struggle with that, and I need to feel safe where I am. So I found I've got a viewing tonight actually of a new place.
Have you really?
I've searched high
I
and
wonder
low.
what will happen in this episode. What do we know about it in the preview of the next episode of Amy's Life, the soap opera? What can we put in the trailer?
Okay, well we know that the owner, the landlord, doesn't live there. So that's
The
good.
landlord doesn't. Well, that's a start.
Yes.
Because
So I'm never going there
That's
again.
what caused the problems before. The landlord does not live there.
No.
I think that's a good move.
Can I just say, though,
Yes.
if you have just heard this story for the first time, it's not like I go round shacking up with the landlord. It was
How many times has this happened?
Once.
Once, okay.
I have a rule. I never get with roommates or I never get with people at work, and I just try and do it through, meeting different people. So this will never happen again. It's just that Dean and I got on really well, and there was a 2-month gap from when I said I'd take the room to when I actually had to move in. So we had time to get to know each other, and it just progressed.
Yeah,
It
in
was
the
a
first
natural
season,
progression.
you didn't actually live together. By the second season of the show, you'd actually moved in.
Yeah.
And hilarity ensued. Yes. But now
It is just like a sitcom.
is
Even from
exactly-
the family coming over for Christmas.
well, that was the Christmas episode. That was the big season
special.
finale, as it turned out. You didn't know at the time, but the season wasn't going to be taken up for a second season. That was the last in the present series, pretty much. Right. So now the character of Amy is about to appear in a new sitcom, but we don't know where yet. We don't know where.
No, so
what do you know about this place that you're looking at, which isn't that far away?
So I know that there's currently 3 people living there. 2 guys and 1 girl.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if the girl's moving out or if there's another. I know there is a girl moving out. So
There's 2 guys and 1 girl.
yeah,
The girl is moving out.
I think it's the same girl.
It's got to be the same girl, because clearly in this sitcom, this is a sitcom about a girl who lives with 2 guys. In fact, that might be the name of the show. It's a girl and 2 guys. And it's on ITV at 8:30 on a Tuesday. A girl and 2 guys. Now, the girl has obviously, she's going to be doing something different.
Yes.
Or she didn't test well with focus groups. And so you are going to be brought in to play the role of the girl.
Yes.
Not the same character.
No.
Because they've tried that before. They changed the Joeys on Bread. No one was ever happy with that. Yeah, they changed the Darrens on Bewitched, and that kind of worked, but this is somewhere they've been before. They're not going to do that. They're actually going to bring in a new character, like when they did with one of the liver birds, when Beryl left, and they brought in the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're bringing in a new character into the show. So what do you know about the show so far? What do you know about the guys?
I know that they are, one of them, they're about 25, one of them's a student, and he, like, at university, so he has his head in a book a lot.
Oh, right, yeah. So actually, this is the pilot episode.
Yeah.
This is you going round to the pilot episode of the new season.
Yeah, to see if we get on.
One of them is a bookworm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like
and the
it.
other one works in MOD.
MOD? Ministry of Defence?
I think so. I think that's what he
Ministry
said.
of Defence.
I think so. So I thought, well, that's good, because then I'll feel safe.
Well, he's not necessarily going to be armed.
No, but, he'll know stuff. So if anything's going to happen, he'll be the first to know.
Okay.
I need to find out what it is he does.
Okay.
I don't know that much, other than the location,
Yes.
where it is.
Yes.
I kind of think it's in a nice area.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
So I need to go down and have a look.
Yes.
And get to know these people. What did make me feel better was the landlord's daughter lived there for 2 years. So I thought if it's safe enough for her,
Yes.
then hopefully it'll be safe enough
And
for me.
assuming one of the blokes doesn't fancy the room upgrade, she's probably got the best room. If
Yeah.
that's the room, you might end up with the best room too.
And I think I can deal with 2 guys. I'd probably deal with 2 guys better than I'd deal with 2 girls. Because guys are easy. What they're thinking is pretty much they say. So if they're annoyed, you know about it. If they're messy, that's fine. You can deal with that. They don't have emotional issues. So that I think I can deal with.
Okay.
And then I've got another viewing, actually.
Oh, so you might not end up in 2 girls and 1 guy. No, 2 guys and 1 girl.
Well,
One
yeah,
girl
I
and 2
could,
guys. I
because
forget the name of that
this
show.
other place is also 2 guys and 1 girl.
Oh, is it really? Oh, well,
yeah.
that's definitely going to be what the show is. We just don't know the exact
Which one?
location and the situation.
So this one is pretty much the same, but they're older. So
Older? Oh,
Yeah, so they're
twist.
about
Yeah, it goes for a broader
40.
demographic. Yeah.
they're about 40, and I think one of them they work in IT. They're quite a relaxed, chilled out household.
Okay, this is the fish out of water scenario. This is a tried and trusted sitcom thing. Mork from Ork was a fish out of water. They use that technique there. Yeah, you're going with the fish out. You're going with some older guys who'll have older references and you don't know what they're talking about.
Yes.
Yes, and it's a constant form of comedy because they talk about things that the audience is very familiar with and you've no idea what it is.
Yeah.
You constantly get confused and make huge mistakes based on it. Yeah,
That
this
sounds like
one's
my
got
job.
this one's got yes.
It sounds like I do every day.
Yes, but this one's got comedy potential as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward. Look, whatever happens, you'll be able to follow the sitcom right here on Bob FM.
This is my life.
Bob.
thanks for downloading this podcast. You know, every time we publish a new one, you can get it downloaded for free automatically when you subscribe through iTunes.
Bob's Breakfast.